सनद बिल्डर्स and developers. घर स्वप्ना पलीकडचे. Flat prices starting at just 14.5 lakh near Dodamarg Court, 800 meters from Goa Maharashtra border.
कित्याक ते क्वेश्चन 1 आमी पोस्टपोन केलो. कदाचित प्रोसिजर आणि इतर काही गोष्टीचेर हांव चर्चा करिना. Those are the rules of the house. Second thing is that what allegations are being made on the government were mere false allegations on giving it to a company called XYZ. Name of a company was taken. But question is putting false allegations and trying to prove a point on procedures of allocation of coal block. There are two distinct things, because till now we are not allotted the coal block to anybody. And when the coal block is not allotted to anybody, casting expulsions on the government or the decisions of the government is not right. Second thing is that the chief minister also stood up, and we because there has been precedence in the past when questions have been postponed. But irrespective on the talking about the answers that were given, if you go through the answers that were given, it was asked about the AXYNO. AXYNO is a company which in the steering committee minutes, which can anytime is available to anybody. Every aspect was considered. Every aspect was considered. They do not have any kind of case pending on them, and as a result of which, based on their undertaking that was given, all this is there in the steering committee minutes. Steering committee minutes is accessible to everybody, and in that each and every information that has been provided. Coal allocation and allocation of coal block of Dongrital 2, that has got delayed because of the COVID last year. Focus of the government was mostly on the COVID and COVID management. And as a result of which, yesterday, the whole idea of the opposition was to attack the government and talking about a company that is given when the RFQ still is not being floated, MDO is not brought on board, is not right. The opposition should refrain from making such allegations when you have not yet given this coal block to any party. So what happens is that it appears that it is like a theory to defame the government. And if you look, I was totally actually in a state of crux to understand what actually was the intention. Intention was to bring a particular individual saying that we are already decided to give it when the RFQ for the MDO has not yet been finalized. There were certain delays because we in the past, if you notice that there were 22 files that were taken by the CBI during the earlier governments, and those files have not yet come back, and as a result of which we did not want to make any mistakes. And even if we take a consultant on nomination basis, because we were running out of time, COVID struck, several other things, we didn't want to lose a coal block. And then the PPP cell, which is now, we have taken certain professionals on the PPP cell. I was told yesterday by our director PPP, Mr. Shanbhog, and Ashok Kumar, Secretary Industries, and we have taken it, every precaution is being taken to see that we do not falter. We do not land into a situation like the previous government where 22 files were taken by the CBI. We don't have any intentions of having any kind of allegations that get stuck to us, because we have not yet done anything. We have not yet taken any decision. XYNO, if they have any kind of clarification and they feel that a wrong agency has been taken, I would like to throw light to the media that this AXYNO is working with 20 public sector undertakings, when Dongrital 2 was also earlier with the Madhya Pradesh government. They have helped in allocation of this coal block. Allocation means working on this particular coal block, so they have sufficient information of the coal block. And since an agency that already has information of a particular coal block, it becomes easier to engage that particular agency. And we have not paid any money. When an MDO comes on board, he has to pay that 163 and odd crores, whatever the performance guarantee he has to pay. So till now, we have not given it to anybody. So the question of giving it to A, B, C does not arise. Allegations can be made when you give it to somebody. Apparently, there was a press conference taken by a political party, but I have no idea privy to that press conference. But I heard that they were taking a name of uh, some contractor, but that is absolutely wrong. That is, politics has to be played with facts. Politics has to be played with information that is available. Politics has to be played with questioning of a procedure if a procedurally the government is wrong. Politics has to be played with actual facts, figures, and background. Hence, I said that the steering committee meeting of the second steering committee meeting is a public document, in that each and every aspect has been addressed. There were two MLAs who had written to the government, and they had written to some agencies regarding getting information of AXYNO. But as per in the steering committee minutes, it's already mentioned that the cases which were there was no decision taken, no charge sheet filed. They were also disposed of from certain cases. So basically, when a company which has been working with 20 public sector undertakings, more than 20 projects with public sector undertaking. There's no harm if the government selects somebody like that. But if the government falters on a process, if the government takes a wrong decision, then there's a question can be raised by the opposition that the government has taken a wrong step and moving forward. When you have not yet allotted, RFQ is not yet floated because the government and the PPP cell wanted it to be much more stricter and much more conditions to be incorporated, as a result of which there was a delay in the RFQ document being floated. So I strongly believe that the opposition should not make false allegations. Opposition should refrain from making such allegations. If they have any facts, if they have any correlation to the RFQ being floated to the person that is already been decided according to them to be given, then they should bring it in public domain or they should file it with the CVC. But at the moment, I feel that such a ruckus was created in the house for no reason, because the reason why I should have actually mentioned, the reason why we postponed a particular LAQ was there was certain things that needed to be uh, bulk information needed to be added, and as a result of which it was postponed. It was a government decision to postpone. It's not an individual decision to postpone. And second thing, to take names of contractors and that already it has been decided by the government to allocate a coal block is a little bit childish in nature. It should not be done. People should behave responsibly, and we are also a responsible government. We are not like the government of the past, where our members who raised a voice must understand that those 22 files are still in the CBI domain and under investigation. Hence, as a result of which, we should be very careful in making, and definitely allegations just by mere making allegations against me or the chief minister is not in good taste. It should not. It should be backed by certain facts. It should be backed by certain documents. It should be backed by certain decisions of the government.
बेळगाव सारखी शॉपिंग आता गोंयांत शक्य फक्त बॉम्बे बाजारांत. बॉम्बे बाजार घेऊन आयला तरेकवार प्रकारच्यो साड्यो, लग्न समारंभ आणि वेगवेगळ्या सुवाळ्या खातीर खास साड्यो. त्याच बरोबर गिफ्ट करपाक 300 रुपयांच्यान साड्यो, सिल्क साडी 900 रुपयांच्यान सुरुवात आणि लेहंगा 3000च्या रेंजी पासून सुरुवात. शिलाई आणि एम्ब्रॉयडरीची खास सोय. तर आयजूच भेट दियात बॉम्बे बाजार, 18 जून रोड, पणजी. प्राचीन आणि कलात्मक वस्तूंचो खजिनो जे तुमच्या घरात घरपण हाडटले. देवी देवतांच्यो मूर्त्यो असो किंवा पूजेचे सामान, शोपीस असो किंवा तरेकवार प्रकारच्यो शोभेच्यो वस्तू, गिफ्ट करात किंवा स्वतःचे घर सजयात. आमचे डिझायनर शॉल आणि हँडीक्राफ्ट पळोवपाक मुजरत यात. आमचो पत्तो बॉम्बे बाजार, डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर, 18 जून रोड, पणजी.
Handicraft shopping only at Bombay Bazaar.